I'm Cailey.
And I'm Brianna.
And you're watching Teen Life 101.
Hey, I'm Cailey.
And I'm Brianna.
And you're watching Teen Life 101.
On this episode of Teen Life 101, we are joined by some young females and a specialist who are going to be talking about the effects of mental health.
Everyone is affected by mental health, whether it's yourself or someone you know.
Our first guest today is Gloria Campbell, who is a manager child and youth mental health at Dufferin Child and Family Services. Welcome to our show, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you for inviting us. It's really great to be here today and to have this opportunity to talk about mental health challenges.
So recently, DCAF launched a program called Allies for Kids Mental Health. Can you tell us what that program is?
Well, we're very excited about that project, and it's really about bringing awareness to volunteers in our community around the mental health challenges that children and youth face. For example, coaches, hockey coaches, gymnastic teachers, guitar instructors, big brothers and sisters, anybody who has a significant role with kids is, we're inviting them to come and take part in some presentations to better understand the kids and some of the challenges that they might be facing when it comes to mental health. We believe that mental health is just as important as physical health, and it's a great opportunity for us to bring awareness about this issue.
Can you explain a little bit more how this is going to help our youth?
It's going to help our youth because adults who work with youth, children and youth in a really important way, are going to have a better understanding of them and some of the issues and challenges that they face. We know that 1 in 5 children and youth face a mental health challenge at some point in their lives, in their young lives, and we know that suicide is the second leading cause of death among youth. So, there's lots of reasons to be bringing this awareness and helping people to recognize some of the signs or symptoms when kids or youth are starting to be in trouble, when they're anxious, when they're depressed, when they're feeling, when they're being bullied. To also for youth recognize some of the symptoms or signs of alcohol or drug misuse. So it's really, that's how kids are going to be helped, because the adults who play a significant role in their lives are going to have a better understanding, have more ideas about how to intervene and to know about local resources, what we have in Dufferin, and how kids can be supported beyond maybe what they're doing. And volunteers have such a big role to play in kids' lives, so it's a great opportunity.
What can you do as an adult to be involved in this program?
Well, we're advertising a number of presentations, and they're being widely promoted among the volunteer community, and the soccer and baseball and hockey and figure skating and big brothers and sisters. And so the information and invitations are going out. So we're getting booked. We have 4 already happening, and we're really, really excited about those. So the people are signing up, and it's just a great opportunity.
What are some of the common mental health in children, and can you talk a little bit about them?
Sure. For younger children, there can be anxiety. That's usually what we see first with kids, is anxiety about going to school, about leaving parents, about participating in certain activities. We know that sometimes children are bullied, and it makes it really hard for them to want to participate, want to leave home. So anxiety is usually what we see first. Sadness, loss, when a parent or a pet or a grandparent dies, that grief, that loss. Moving into later childhood depression, mood disorders, some of the self-harming behaviors, eating behaviors, those kind of concerns as kids get older. But mainly anxiety and depression are the big ones for youth.
Yeah. What are some of the statistics of on children's mental health?
the big statistic is that 1 in 5 children and youth will struggle with a mental health challenge at some point. And that other really important statistic is about suicide among youth. That's the second leading cause of death among youth in our province. So if you think about 3 big busloads of youth, 3 of them, full of 60 kids, that's about how many die every year in our province as a result of suicide.
Hey, that's great. That's a lot of good things to hear. So we are going to take a short break here on Teen Life 101, and when we come back, we actually had the chance to talk to Claire Hughes and her struggle with mental health.
If you are just joining us, we have been speaking with Gloria Campbell from Dufferin Child and Family Services about Allies for Kids' mental health. And recently we had a chance to speak with one-on-one with Olympian Claire Hughes, who happens to be one of our biggest inspirations, about her struggles with mental health. Here's a look at her interview.
Is there anything you could say to teens about how to deal with it? How did you deal with it? How did you overcome your mental illness?
Yeah.
And what are some big things that they could do? Like, that would actually really help a lot.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is realizing that you're not going to fix yourself. I thought I could fix myself, and I thought I should fix myself when I was depressed. And I mean, before that, I didn't even know I was depressed because I didn't know what depression was. And it wasn't until somebody intervened and educated me on the matter. And then I found out, I was depressed, but it didn't make me better overnight either. I needed help. I needed professional help. And to this day, I need professional help to make sure that I have someone to talk to and make sure that I get my emotions out. And a big part of my recovery and my continual good mental health has been through therapy. It's also choices I make every day with lifestyle, what I eat, how much I sleep, the people that I put myself around, and exercise. Exercise has been really, really key. Not at the Olympic level. I'm not talking about sport even. I'm talking about movement. Just getting out and moving, I think, is so important. And it might even just be a walk around a block that's going to change the tone of your day and what's going on in your head. But it's really helped me. So there are a lot of things there that I think have helped me, and maybe it'll give other people ideas of things to try. But I also think it's the responsibility of people that, are strong, people that their life is good. It's like, look around you and see who might need help. And the greatest thing you can do as a human being is give back to your community, to your friends, to your students, to all the people around you. Like, we're all in this together, and today it might be the person beside you, but tomorrow it might be you who's struggling and needs the help. So please reach out and help each other.
How do you prepare yourself for like competitions and stuff like that mentally?
I have a process that I've created, and I've had structure to my preparation that I created as an athlete. And it's not just preparing the physical, it's more preparing the emotional and the mental, and having the ability to focus, the energy to focus. You basically have to build the energy so you have the focus to unleash in what's important to you. So I always look at it as, what am I doing the week leading into what's important? What am I doing the day of what's important, the hour before? And making sure that I have the headspace going into what I'm doing with clarity. And like I said, that ability to focus. And I use that also in everything that I do in life. Today I was in Toronto. I could have been shopping and doing everything. I went for a run this morning, and I stayed in my hotel and I stretched, and I just made sure I cleared my mind to be able to come tonight and to articulate what I really hoped, the message to get across to everyone here in Orangeville and Dufferin County. It takes a lot. If you want to output energy and give energy, you need a clear mind, and it takes small, small, small sacrifices and choices. And when you make the good choices, it's like the outcome of what you do is it can be so awesome. And not just for yourself, but what you give to others when you dance, how you make others feel through your movement, when it's beautiful, when it's perfect, when you have those times when it happens through you, and it's so awesome. And people, they connect to that awesomeness, and you set the stage for it, and yeah, do it for yourself.
What were some of your drivers? What made you want to be in the Olympics so bad? What helped you get there?
Basically, I was inspired by seeing them on TV. I was a rotten kid with no direction, no care in the world except getting in trouble. And when I saw the Olympics on TV, it changed my life, shifted the direction I was going in that was so negative, and made me want to be good, made me want to work for something, and made me realize if I wanted the privilege of doing that, being an athlete and being a provincial or national team or Olympic athlete, I had to do well in everything else. So, I think that driving force definitely comes from coming from a rough place. I like to call it grit. Kids that come from places that aren't easy, either it's a home environment or a school environment or a town or a city environment, you have grit. And when you have grit, you can do anything because you got the edge, and I think I always had that edge and that desire to show the world, as I became a better and better athlete, to show them that I'm as good as anyone else. And maybe I might lose, but you're going to have to beat me. And that it's not going to be easy. I'm not going to let you win. So I'm super competitive, if you haven't noticed. And sport was my place to channel it into. So.
Can you explain to us what the word joy means to you?
Joy means, it's synonymous with rapture, with being alive, with being free, with expressing myself and sharing with others.